Oh my god. Perfect Match, Season 3, Episodes 7 through 9. God bless this mess. Oh, God bless this mess. I am quite conflicted on how I feel about the ending of these episodes. Before we even get into this, how are you feeling about this? Who are your favorites? Who's your biggest disappointment? Who is somebody that you would love to see more on reality TV? Who is somebody you're hating to see on reality TV? Let me know it all. I'll be asking questions along the way, so if you want to comment your opinion, please let me know. This is where we're going to be talking the standout moments of Perfect Match, all of the episodes that I already mentioned. What stands out to me may not stand out to you. So if I do miss something that stood out to you, please comment it down below. Because I would like to cover most things. I just am an incredibly casual channel that I just talk about the things that are of interest to me, honestly. And since this is a recap, but like it's mainly opinions based, I am going to go through things as if you have seen the things that I'm seeing, you know? Okay. And this is also going to be kind of like I would like to call it like a FaceTime style video to where I do not believe I will be editing just due to time constraints. You don't care. Let's get into the episodes. Okay, so we're starting off with episode 7. By the way, I'm not even clear that it's 7 and 9. Like, I'm pretty sure it's 7 through 9. Wow. It fully could be like 7 through like 10, and I could just be not sure. Emphasis on the casual for this channel. Emphasis on the casual. Oh my god. All right, so I'm also, wow, can I get into this video? I'm also feeling a little bit pre-sick, so there are like moments where I'll pause, and like it's like that feeling where you know there's like numbness in like the very top of your throat, and you can feel a stuffedness, and there's like a fogginess in your head where you're just like, can I just get sick and get over this? God, oh my god. No, let's just talk about the show. Oh my word, I'm so sorry. Okay, so we start with the beginning part of the episode where we left off last time, where the girls come in and you're like, oh shoot. So to catch everybody up. We all know what it is. If you're on my channel, you know what it is. So essentially, the girls that are kind of like deemed as the singles that are brought into the house are now at this kind of like guys' day. The girls who are the full timers have their own girls' day. And this is typically where stuff gets shaken up in the house because the guys can do whatever they want without their little pseudo girlfriends looking at them. And so they typically indulge. Last year, this caused an incredible scandal with Harry Jowsey, where he acted a fool, kissed a girl, lied about it. The girl said they kissed, and then he just like gaslit everybody and acted like it didn't happen, and it fully did. Even the audience, even I was like, "What the heck? What?" I believe her, but like there's no footage, and then it came out that it was, and it was, it was a mess. So this year, let's talk about what the heck goes on. The girls come in. Ollie and AD catch up with no explicit summary. So Ollie and AD are just kind of happy to see each other. It's like, oh my god, I'm just so happy to see you. And Ollie's like, okay, yeah, is there anything you want? And she's just like, no, I'm just happy to see you. And I'm just like, can we please get into it? Let's get into it because Ollie be acting in a way that was not expected. Like him with being with Justine, I was like, what the heck is going on? Um, Interesting. So Alex and Louis reconnect. Alex is the temptress, the kind of beautiful girl. And then Louis just, honestly, I really want to hate Louis because he's just a classic like attractive young guy in his 20s who does not need to be tied down to anyone. But he's like also legitimately like funny in some ways. You know what I mean? Like I want to dislike him, but I think his charm, I can see his charm and his appeal. You know what I mean? Okay. So when Louis and Alex reconnect, there's just like you can feel the tension through the screen. Because it's just pure sexual tension. We don't know anything about what would make these two people a good couple other than the fact that they would have good sex. That's it. Other than the fact that they would do and they would do it well. That's literally all. Anyway, I feel bad for Alex honestly because I saw her on her season of Temptation Island, which I covered on my channel, and like I have this thing with the girls where I just kind of feel like, what what is the value for you to be hired as like a temptress to try to steal somebody's man? That's the whole premise on Temptation Island. They hire these girls to like tempt the man of these people who want their relationship tested, and now she's on the show kind of the same exact role, and I feel like this beautiful girl just deserves a better role. I kind of want to see more from her, more depth, and I just feel like, what the heck, I want her to have that choice, but she doesn't. Maybe she has that. I think she has that choice, but it's like, it feels bad. Like reality TV should give her a redemption arc in some way, shape, or form. All right, so Louis, Louis is like kind of acting good because AD's around. AD is essentially like the wet blanket over this whole entire thing, and so Louis aggressively tells AD, "Now don't be weird, but I want to kiss people." I want to kiss people. Okay, yeah, I'm just trying to justify, like, by the way, don't snitch on me because I want to be horny today. Okay, today's horny day. It's horn day. It's horn dog day. Okay. Um, and he's like, don't be weird. It's like, I understand the sentiment because he did kind of try to clear his name to be, transparent with AD because he knows AD's going to be a girl's girl about it, I guess. But it was kind of like the way that he was like, don't be weird. What the and I don't think that's weird behavior. I think you're just thinking of it as weird because you want her to feel shame about the fact that she could tell people. Um, it's like weird because he also says, "Don't you dare tell her. It's my place to tell her." Like, and then AD, lie. AD just lies, and she's like, "Okay, no, totally, yeah, it's your place to tell her." Of all the people, I just feel like AD has a little bit too much integrity for the thing that he wants to kind of go along with. But whatever. Um, the boys come in on the girl side. All the boys are so weird and gross to me, except for Freddie. Genuinely, like Freddie, I will never get over my crush for this man because he just seems too good to be true. There's probably a body buried in his basement. Let's be real. Let's be real. Like, no man comes that perfectly built. There's always got to be something. But oh, it's the fact that he like likes women that are like a little bit more of a problem, right? Is that the thing? Um. So like I said, all the men are gross. Literally, Cody, Clayton, JR, Carrington, nightmare blunt rotation. Nightmare blunt rotation. I don't dream of those things. I just feel uncomfortable by that. So Nick, every time Nick comes in, I'm just like, okay, Unk. Nick gives such incredibly great big Unk vibes. Um, I can't get over that. I don't know why. So he says, just by the way, this like whole mixer, this is for tonight, and then tomorrow everyone's up for grabs. And he's kind of trying to incentivize them to like cause as much chaos as possible. He's like, by the way, just so you know, what the boys are doing here, or what you guys are doing here, the boys are doing on the other side. So just like keep that in mind. It's like, could you be more transparent for real? I guess maybe you could. I don't know, because it really does get the people incentivized. Well, it doesn't get the girls incentivized. They don't do anything. But the guys are like, oh, the girls are going to be doing so many things. So we get introduced to Hannah from the Mole. Honestly, I feel bad for saying this, but like, who cares at this point? I feel bad that a person like took time out of their life to be on the show and then just like were seen for this one show to tempt people. Um, we also get QT, a QT intro. I wanted to know more about her because she seems so much more interesting than this stint of reality TV moment that she got. So we have Scott and Juliet talking Match Made in Heaven. When it comes to Match Made in Heaven, I wanted to say Match Made in Hell, but it's like, is a match made in hell like they're so bad together they shouldn't work, or is it just like these are two hellish people that deserve each other in hell? Let me know. I can't stand them both, so honestly, they're perfect for each other. Scott's like, you're trouble. There's something about when people who are attractive, like this level of attractive, like generic, all sexual tension, no emotional connection for real, that they love to be like, you're trouble, you're trouble, ew. um and Scott also being like, I wanted to be good to Rachel. Oh, you're gonna cause me to. No one believes you as a couple. Scott. No one believes you and Rachel is an actual couple. For real. You're gonna be in trouble. There are no rules for you. Nobody cares about your devotion to. No one thinks you have devotion to Rachel at all. Not even Rachel herself. Later, she was like, "He's literally just here for TV." Okay, so Madison and Freddie, how do you feel about Scott actually? I really want to know because Scott kind of just bugs me because he does give transparently like I'm just here for and gigs, you know? Which is like fine, but it's just like you don't have a personality other than being like a dickhead, you know? Madison and Freddie catch up about how she's with Jalen, like, and she's basically being like, it's so unserious. Just so you know, it's very unserious. Rachel's going back and forth between men. I'm glad she has options. I am glad that she has options because like I think I mentioned last time that like Clayton did her really dirty on his season. After that, she became the Bachelorette. Um, and then when she became the Bachelorette, the people it was like her and another girl. People preferred the other girl, and then she like ended up with somebody, and he cheated on her. Cheated on her. And I feel like I just must not be seeing the thing that like these guys are seeing towards Rachel because they just seem to not want to like actually like link. But she seems like a normal girl who's like attractive, right? What is it about her? Somebody, and she was also on Bachelor in Paradise where people did not like her too. That's just why I feel bad about Rachel and the fact that I'm glad that she has options. So Justine is thirsting after JR. It is astounding to me that there are people that are describing JR as like smooth and very sweet and serious. Uncomf. Dear Lord. And you know what's actually crazy? Me and JR have a lot of things in common. Like, we both got married at 22. Ooh, except for I'm still married. Um, both pastors' kids. Ooh. Both one of a couple children. Like, I'm one of 5, he's one of 7. Ooh. Black. There are a lot of things that I feel like Jared, I should see about Jared that I like, but I'm just like, his personality as a whole, it just makes me uncomfortable. I don't know, dude. I don't know. So then the part that we're all waiting for happens, where AD and Ollie actually have a real conversation, where they start the conversation, to where AD's like, so exactly what happened? What the heck happened? Did you kiss somebody or did you kiss her? Did you cuddle? And Ollie decides and is like, nah, I don't think so. Nah, cuddle? Not really. Meanwhile, Justine is over there like, he's the best cuddler I've ever had in my life. He's the best. You are intense. I'm sure there was inappropriate things happening underneath those covers. I'm for sure. It like also just astounded me that Ollie was able to fold that quickly. It really okay. The only reason I'm saying that is because I know they have a baby together now. That's the only reason that I'm saying that. Like, is it good for Netflix to have told us that or not? I think ultimately because it's like, oh shoot, things do work out okay. I think I said that in the last one. Let me just forget about this tangent. I keep going on. But I do love a good reality TV lie to save face because it's so embarrassing. And it's something to revel in because you're just waiting for the truth to come out. And then that provides more like value. It's more enthralling for the reality TV show watcher like you and I. You and I. Ollie in his ITMs is straight up just like, there's no justification for me lying to AD. I just did. And that's what's so scary about men is that they'll literally just be like, I don't know why I did that. I don't know, but it was just we were just gonna do that. Sorry. And I'm not saying not a man, but it's always a man. Just kidding. I know that Juliet would probably do something like that too. Okay, so speaking of Juliet, Scott and Juliet are kind of like talking, and it's like weird. I just don't like evil presenting people getting together and sharing in community. I just think it makes me a little bit weirded out because it's like these are two people that like you just do not want to root for. That you like, I just feel uncomfortable by them, and I'm just like, get them off my screen. Get them on my screen. They're too weird for me. Like Scott is just your average like boy, you know, just your average f boy, like that you don't care about for real. So Daniel is talking to Juliet again. What is happening to me? Um, and then he's hitting her with the damn she embarrassed me because she thought I was Ollie, and that's why we're having troubles. Me and Lucy are having troubles right now. She embarrassed. Shut the fuck about them. But she embarrassed me. Oh my god, grow up. How old is he? He has to be over the age of 25. He has to be over the age of 25, and he keeps going on about this damn embarrassed. And you know that you're gonna grind up on this girl. Like, you know that you're gonna do things that are devious. Stop it. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing, Daniel. Are you not embarrassed? I'm embarrassed. Truth or dare? Literally, and this is the embarrassing thing that happens next. Louise is dared to kiss Alex. Duh. QT is dared to kiss Jalen. Shoot, I'd volunteer as tribute. I'd volunteer as tribute to kiss Jalen. That man is so damn mine. It's crazy. Dude, what? Jalen isn't like the only person on the show that I would see that I'd be like, certified delicious. You ever like catch yourself saying things and as you're saying them, you're like, what the hell is that? But legitimately, somebody had to be there to do a three-way something. So of course there's a three-way kiss. Was it between Louis, Alex, and Hannah, or was that between Jalen, Alex? Who cares? Somebody had to be three-way kiss somehow. That's the thing with like truth or dares. Once you're over the age of like literally 12, it's somebody gonna be doing something that's very impulsive that people want to see but kind of also want to look away from. You gotta be the three-way kiss, of course. Truth or dare is literally just like a way to just for like freaks just to be like, and literally. And then AD attempts to hurt, almost attempts to hurt her own feelings and be like, Ollie, I dare you to kiss somebody you would never be interested in. Kiss somebody you never kissed before. Ollie is like, I'm not stupid. I don't want to die. Like, props to Ollie for not like going there. Because honestly, why did AD say that? I mean, I guess it's kind of like a little bit of a test. I guess it is. He fails in much. Wow, in many other ways. I don't even know where I was going with that one. Juliet kisses Daniel, because I think somebody dared her to kiss like somebody attractive or whatever, and then she kisses Scott. Yuck. Scott's like, can't lie, Rachel's not on my mind. Honestly, I'm pretty sure you forgot her name. I'm pretty sure you forgot Rachel's name. Who cares? Sandy has faith in Louis. Faith in Louis. And said she wouldn't risk it. She wouldn't risk her things on her side, so she's not like flirting with JR or anything. So they are unequally yoked as hell. AD is uncomfortable because she's just a girl's girl. Really, that's what it comes down to. She's just a girl. Gen Z, we're so stupid, dude. We will just like put anything in front of anything and act like it means profound things. So guys are in the pool and they're like, you know what? Deny. I didn't do anything. We didn't do anything. And it's like, I was gonna say this needs to be studied. No, attractive men being tempted by attracted women. That's like tale as old as time. Things are going to go south. Like what? So the guys come back. And I'm just not realizing that the girls' day was so boring. Like they didn't really even show anything. Because the girls are just kind of like, yeah, I'm not doing anything to be around. I'm not trying to find out. But it's like weird because when the guys do come back, it's like, oh, what did you guys do? Did anybody kiss? Did anybody around? Is anybody lying? And it's like there's this air of the typical like girlfriends are all worried and concerned about what happens when the girls aren't around, as if like all of these guys are like their husbands or something. But these are like pseudo couples for like a Netflix TV show with like dumb hot people like pretending to be in relationships, and it's like literally like we're just watching like a little like, what's the word, like a little experiment. Like this is not a real thing, but they're all acting like it's like, oh, what did you do when I was gone? None of these people are going to be together in like a year. Besides maybe Ollie and AD. And even that's up in the air. Even that is up in the air. It doesn't matter if you have a child with somebody. It's up in the air. Okay. So Daniel, my nose is getting stuffy. I hope you don't mind. Daniel's coming clean to Lucy, which honestly did not expect. And he admitted that there was a kiss. Daniel's so stupidly hypocritical, dude. he really indulged. He really indulged in that. And then he was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry genuinely about how disgusting I feel. He's like, I know if it was you, I'd be upset. I'd be upset with you. Sorry. Yeah, if that was you, I'd be upset with you. Okay, let's just be like overtly just the most selfish person. Let's just be overtly like incredibly self-centered. If that was you, I'd be really mad at you. Girl, self-reflection is really helpful. Louis, I wrote down that I want to hate him, but he's funny. He admitted that he kissed 2 girls on a dare. I thought that he left out the voluntary pool makeout, but he did admit to that later, I suppose. And then Ollie catches up with Justine, which is like so uncomfortable because Justine's like, did you tell her? And he's like, no, I didn't tell her. She doesn't need to know right now. She just feels like, what? I don't know. So then the boys and girls come in. AD comes in as well. And all the girls catch up. AD's like, tell me what you know, which is the perfect way to skirt like Louis' whole entire like, oh, I'll tell my own, because it's like now is the time. That's an appropriate way to start the conversation. Is like, tell me what you know. Appropriate. What am I talking about? Like, what am I talking about on the show? That's an appropriate, effective, healthy way. AD literally says, which is crazy. I've only heard this on TikTok. I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. If I heard that in person, I'd be like, no, you're not. I need to get away from this conversation. You're not gonna hold my hand for anything. So then she holds Lucy's hand and it's like, by the way, was a dog. He was a dog. And then Lucy just has to walk away. And AD is basically like, your man was doing this. Your man was doing that. Your man's tongue was on her thigh. Her thigh graced her lips. Like, I literally, I would be crashing out too. Me and Lucy would be on the same. It would be oh my god. So AD then pulls Justine. Thank God. Thank God she went straight to the source, because it's not going to be Ollie. Because he would have gotten away with the lie if he could have. Until Netflix literally aired. All of these lies don't make any sense. As if they like are just not being recorded. The Harry Jowsey lie last year was kind of like, okay, that I could maybe see why he would want to then try to get away with it, because there were no cameras. But like, everybody's just overtly doing things on camera. Why are we lying when there's so much evidence against you? It I don't get it. So, like I mentioned, AD pulls Justine, just to find out that Ollie lied to her face. And she's like, lying to my face is crazy. And it is. And is. What? And I just feel so bad because AD really just did not deserve that. Lucy then hears from Olivia that Daniel lied about the extent of the activities as well. Extent of the activities. She says, if I had done that, he would have broken up with me. Yeah, he would have got violent. Like, I really do hate to be like that. I hate to kind of blanket this with like a man would have got violent if he would have done the same thing that he had done. But like, yes, that man is not stable in like very gross ways. That I'm just like, why are beautiful women with these people who like don't treat them well, and then they I just don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable. Wow. Like, I just don't like Daniel. He makes me so uncomfortable. He makes the double standard thing is crazy. It's so we have Ollie and AD. Ollie and AD talk and everything is kind of like put out into the open. I feel bad at first because it's like, shoot, you can tell that AD is like really genuinely like really hurt. Because you can see the future together. But then I'm also glad that they make up. Huh? I'm just glad for the baby's sake. I'm glad for the baby's sake. Because it's like, I mean, like, that's a home. That's a home. And right now, they're just working towards their future, and all I can see is their future because Netflix done let us in on the stuff, and he shouldn't have done Netflix. He shouldn't have done that. Okay. LOL. We have Jr. and Sandy talking about the Nick situation, dude. I'm not even gonna get into that. It's really not worth it. Okay. If you know, you know. That's really what it has to be. So Daniel and Lucy's conversation, Lucy pointed out how Daniel feels. Oh wait, sorry. Lucy only points out that Daniel is only talking about how he feels. Oh, I feel so bad that I did that to you. I feel like I hurt your feelings and that makes me feel bad. Okay. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Me 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 me. Me me me. Ew. Like Lucy just I would say Lucy deserves better. I don't know her. She's putting up with this. So does she? Hmm. That's a question for the comments. Does Lucy deserve better? What are you rooting for Lucy? Do you like her? I don't know. So many random conversations happen. It's all like the same talking points. My trust is broken. I don't know how I can do it anymore. I'd regret doing that. The same stuff. We can get to the matches. So we have Maddie and Freddie. Maddie? Who am I? Madison and Freddie. Duh. Lucy and Daniel. Ollie and AD, of course. Like honestly, we knew that was gonna happen regardless. Julia and Scott. Blah. Off my screen, please. Ray and Rachel. Honestly, I like him. Ray to me is just kind of like a literal ray of sunshine. Like he's so optimistic. I like his energy. Um, he's the type of guy where like if you saw him having a bad mood, like in a bad mood, you'd be like, "Are you okay? Like you are not being yourself, and I want to see you happy again." Okay, so then we go into Ollie and AD. The argument that they're having kind of in their little room is Ollie says that AD was entertaining Ray and that was disrespectful. Interesting. And so then AD's like, that you're being insecure. Like you're being insecure. She's also, I think, did she like initially kind of apologize and be like, I'm sorry that is that, but you're insecure. They go back and forth. And I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. They go back and forth. AD is like, oh, you think that's disrespectful? You don't know what disrespect is. You do not know what disrespect is. You kissed me and lied, or kissed me. You kissed somebody else and lied about it to my face. To my face. She knows this going off. Like, I honestly do get the anger behind that. Like, I know we don't love to see, couples in turmoil, couples in conflict, but honestly, I think that conflict and arguments, when done in a very healthy manner with the focus of growing and like health, ultimately are really good. Honestly, I feel like you can't say that you're in love with somebody until you have an argument with them or you get into conflict. For real. So I feel like that was really helpful for them. Even though Ollie was like in the wrong for that. To be like, you shouldn't have been there. What the hell? These men are so, I don't even know, dude. So Ollie in the next day admits to being insecure. Thank you. Edie says that she's mentally drained. She doesn't know how to feel. She doesn't feel wanted, which is valid. It's literally like, you literally lied to my face and let everybody else tell me that thing happened. And now I'm like a fool. And then you tell me that I'm being disrespectful. Damn. Now I'm like, am I even happy for the baby? Am I even happy at the fact that they are together? I don't even know. So we get to the compatibility challenge. All couples have a 50-50 task. First off, Ollie and AD are killing it. I love to see it. I'm really liking Ray. Like Ray staying positive in all of this. I feel like Ray kind of also matches Rachel's energy in a way. I still don't like the fact that Rachel was like, I would go for somebody like him in my past. I feel like black men are kind of like in her past. Maybe that era of when Kim Kardashian was like dating black people. Because that's when a lot of black or BW relationships just kind of died down. Those interracial relationships for some of y'all stayed. It's just like a period of things that you tried out. And I get the vibe from Rachel. I don't know. Lucy makes jokes. Lucy makes okay. Lucy's like fixing the car, doing the whole like putting the tire on. She'd be like, my dad would be so proud of me. Oh my god. And then she'd be like, do your nuts need fixing? I thought it was so weird because it's like you just mentioned like your dad and how your dad would be so proud and you're like, your nuts need fixing. I know that's largely probably due to editing, but it made me uncomfortable to be like, in one minute I'm talking about my dad's pride, the next I'm talking about how I'm making a nut joke. Anyway, Ray makes a joke, and he's like, Rachel Ray. Yeah, Rachel Ray. You know what we're doing today? We're cooking. Oh, that is my type of humor. I love wit. I love good wit and just positivity. Sandy's dude, the eating challenge was so annoying to me. Also, like, salted crickets are not that bad. I used to have grasshoppers back in the dude, I swear, if you just fry up some grasshoppers, crickets, they taste like chicken. I know some of y'all are like, who the hell am I watching? They're not that bad. They're not that bad. But though it was so annoying when Sandy was taking her time on those churros. And Louis even knew, he was like, you're not even gonna finish them. And she just is like, there's something about that that just annoyed the crap out of me. Juliet's like, so they go through all of the obstacles. I'm not gonna cover all of them. It feels silly to me, but they go through all the obstacles. And honestly, Juliet was, everyone was like rushing into the cold plunge, and everybody's like going in. And I think Juliet's like maybe like the fourth or like fifth couple to go in. She's like, why am I in this cold plunge? That would be me. I'd be like, we don't even need to go in there, dude. If we're not finishing first or second place, I don't need to go in there. And also the fact that at the very end, Sandy did say, well, at least we're dry. 100%. I would not want to go in the cold plunge. I've heard those things are like torturous, like really. Ugh. I don't even like to take a cold shower. You know how Lucy started crying? That would be me. My body would go into anaphylactic shock. I literally would just be sitting in the thing, dude. I would faint. My body would be so uncontrollable. I would literally, and then you'll have to fish me out of the ice. Like, okay, so Rachel and Ray win. Rachel deserves a win, but they're boring. They're not a fun couple to watch. Let's keep it for real. So everyone's having like a little last meal. I think that was cute. Scott mentions that he's like, okay, so I like Rachel, but Juliet's like nice also, but Juliet also pisses me off sometimes. Pisses you off? What? What are you talking about? Pisses you off? What the heck is that? That's so aggressive for you to just randomly thought Juliet pisses me off. But I mean, she is. What? Especially because there's like no context for us to understand how she pisses you off. All we're seeing is like you guys being playful, having you know? That was one of those words that I'm just like, I'm so sorry to you guys. I'm so sorry to um anybody from the UK watching me say I'm so sorry. So we have the boardroom. I'm I'm like, no, honestly, okay, I made a joke about this in my little notes. Honestly, just throw JR and Sandy in there for old times. And then they do. And I was kind of like, okay, beating a dead horse. That's honestly beating a dead horse, but sure, I think I might have done it as well. But to be honest, I probably would have just thrown Julia with literal anyone. Anybody. She seems to want attention from anyone. So Sandy legitimately gets paired up with JR. It's weird. Back at the house, Ollie makes a joke about kids, and that was crazy. He like makes a joke about like, yeah, we're gonna have us and the children, and AD's like, oh, we're gonna have a child. And we're like, yeah, in 8 months and 3 weeks, which is crazy because later they do conceive, which is insanity. I literally want to watch like Ollie and I want to watch a reality TV spinoff with AD and Ollie. To be honest, you know how Love Island has Back to the Villa. I don't necessarily fully want that for like a lot of Netflix Love is Blind people, but Ollie and AD for sure, especially with her new podcast and how she handles things with everything Love is Blind and commentary. I would like to see that. I would watch her. Um, so then back at the house, Sandy feels okay about her date with JR. Which is funny because it's literally just code for like I don't want to see this man. Like I keep it cordial because like we have some history, but I don't really care about him and I'm not really attracted to him at the end of the day. Juliet finds out Juliet is finding out like, you know, sorry, wait. I need to start this. Um Juliet going on the date is like, I feel good. I feel like Scott and I's connection is super strong. Hey, Juliet. I just be saying shit too. I just like to see how things feel. Sometimes I really just like to just be like, you know what? I literally like to just spout BS because it's fun. It like tingles the brain every once in a while. The dates are boring. Like they go okay. Nothing spicy can happen at this point. And essentially there's nothing else that I like feel like I really have to cover other than the next episode is going to be them having the perfect match ceremony where we're going to find out who's the perfect match. The only people that deserve it are Ollie and AD, but would I feel different about that if they were not crowned the perfect? Well, sorry. Would I feel different about that if they were not already pregnant? Would I? Who even knows? I won't know until we see. Um, for future episodes for future videos, I will be posting the last perfect match episode. I need to blow my nose, dude. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna be posting the last Love is Blind episode, if not the same day, next day. What else am I posting? I am posting Love is Blind UK updates, which comes out soon. I think it's like the 13th. Oh my god. A Conan Gray reaction, as well as a Sabrina Carpenter reaction, if I even feel well at that point, which will be next week. And check out my book channel. I did not say that in the first place. Check out my book channel if you're interested in reading content. I've been putting a lot of work into there. Oh my god. I almost said, oh my golly Wally. Shout out Tate's Take. He commented on one of my videos before. I felt like a superstar. I literally was like, I watch you. You don't watch me. What the heck? That's all I have. Wherever you are, whoever you are, whatever you're doing, whatever time of day it is. I hope you have an amazing morning, afternoon, or